is also live.
Yeah.
We are. How are we doing tonight, everybody? We'll give it a second
Hello.
to let it breathe. As always, I'm Miles, 90% of the time, and over there, I believe, is Trent. Could be a skinwalker, but
Could be a skinwalker. It could be anything. Robin
you never
Williams
know.
in disguise.
I do actually live. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but I live next to Skinwalker Ranch.
Skinwalker Ranch. What is that?
Something that would take too long to explain on stream for the time that we have tonight.
There's no like abridged version.
No.
Okay.
Google it. Just Google it.
Well, okay. Is it?
After extracurricular activities.
All right. All right. All right. I'll do that.
We had a few things to get into tonight. Obviously, the thumbnail is kind of the focus subject of this episode here on Miles and Trent Talk Football because the Bears might not be in Chicago for much longer. Trent, what's your opinion on that, dog? Because I think that is absolutely bonkers.
I'm gonna give you like a synopsis of what I know. It's a similar situation to Oakland, in my opinion.
Okay.
Not the greatest city when it comes to like crime and gang violence. And I hear a lot of that is in Chicago as well. I'm not 100% sure. I just heard the rumors. I'm not clowning on Chicago, but like when you do have a influx of crime and murder and things like that, you're bound to lose business. This is a total business decision. And they're only moving, 20 minutes away if they go to Gary? But that's...
Yeah, I think I think what they were saying is, I forget what, I would have to refine the article because it was Chicago Tribune or Chicago Times, but like there was the option in Indiana, there was Arlington Heights as well that would keep them in Illinois. But the Bears, I believe yesterday put out a statement saying that, or it was something about, because I believe Indiana just put together like a stadium commission or something like that.
24-0 vote.
Yeah, which was crazy in the Indiana Senate or the Indiana Congress. And this is according to NBC Chicago, so NBC5. I quote, the Indiana legislature is planning to move forward with a bill that would provide incentives for the Bears to build a new stadium in Hammond near Wolf Lake, but Pritzker said in a press conference Thursday that his team had prolonged discussions with the Bears this week on a project that would see the team relocate to Arlington Heights, which Arlington Heights is a spot that the Bears own in terms of land. And so what I to me, because of the history that is in Chicago, and I don't know how the city of Chicago feels about this. Like, I don't know how their residents feel. Obviously, I can't be on the ground talking to them about it. But in my opinion, I think taking the Bears out of Chicago is an absolute affront to God. Like, that team has too much history there. The rivalries there, especially at Soldier Field, they have just been too important, I think, to the game of football. I think the city of Chicago itself is too important to the game of football to really let slip away. And so to see that to see that the Bears are going to move, like, you can't call them the Chicago Bears anymore if they're playing in a different state.
What is the
Arlington Heights, I think, is still in Illinois.
Yeah.
Music? Did I leave my music on by accident? I
Oh
did leave my music on by accident. That's unfortunate. I got there, Ender. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Ender, that we didn't do the game show.
Yeah, next week. I think it worked out okay because he got his like PNG avatar set up and like to where it animates in his virtual camera.
Okay.
And then he's got a layout for everything as well. Misinput! It was a missed input!
What happened? What happened? Oh.
Dude, I have been, a little side tangent, I have been watching so much fucking Moist Critical lately. I don't know why, but I have, and it's been great.
Yeah.
It was a misinput!
Oh
I don't
my
think my
gosh.
voice can quite do the monotone timbre that Charlie can, but I try my best.
Oh boy. But yeah,
I go ahead.
Chicago losing a team is like if it was like a big. It's like if the Yankees moved out of New York.
Right.
Yeah. So
Like I could never imagine I could never imagine the Yankees not playing in New York.
Green Bay.
Like what are like if the Packers moved out of Green Bay, I'm pretty sure the governor of Wisconsin's getting shot at this point.
Yeah. And then you have like the Chicago Bulls if they moved out. You know.
100%. I mean at this point the Golden State Warriors, if they weren't where they were, someone's probably getting assassinated.
Well, they were the Philadelphia Warriors, so there's not really like a huge issue.
Yeah.
And they moved from Oakland to San Francisco. Even though it's a hop, skip, and a jump, there is a rivalry between Oakland and San Fran.
Right.
What's up?
You do bring up a good point though, in that just like to kind of put a bow on this discussion more or less. I do it just to wrap it around to like teams that I feel like have to stay where they are. Like you bring up Philadelphia as a good example. Like the Eagles do not belong anywhere other than Philadelphia.
No.
The anywhere other than Philadelphia. The Steelers don't belong anywhere else other than Pittsburgh. The Bears do not belong anywhere other than Chicago.
It's even the Cowboys. Even the Cowboys don't belong outside Dallas.
Yeah, that is just my opinion on the matter. Again, like I don't have contacts in Chicago. I don't I can't I'm not speaking for the city of Chicago or the state of Illinois when I say this. I'm just saying, in my eyes, it is an affront to God.
Yeah. Pretty
It
sure.
is an affront to the football gods.
Pretty sure they have a contract with the city of Chicago. Bears won't leave Chi-Town. Do you think they leave actually?
The way that it seems like discussions are going right now with the state of Illinois and with Indiana passing that, like these are the McCaskies we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that there is a very decent chance that the Bears end up going to Indiana.
I mean, nobody thought San
Which
Diego was going to leave San Diego and go to LA.
right, and I mean like they're of like change is inevitable, but like some changes that just feel like don't need to be made. Like it's not broke, don't fix it. Maybe it's a little broke, but you can fix that.
I mean, there's one change that needed to be made, but that was in Washington, right?
Yep. Uh, so another thing that I wanted to get into on this episode, it's tax-free land. Ender does make a point there, yeah, and that'll probably lure the Bears to,
The Bears.
neighbor up with the Colts in the state of Indiana. But something that I did want to talk about too, just so we weren't brushing on just the recent offseason news, because this is the driest spell in ever, obviously. But what I'm curious though is we both watched all 17 games of our team seasons, obviously. If you had to right now give me really the 3 moves that the Eagles need to make going into next year, what do you think they are?
I think they need to grab a tackle. They need to grab Lane Johnson's replacement. They need to.
Do you think that comes in the form of a draft pick, or do you think that comes in the form of a free agent? Because I know the Ravens right now are trying to lock down Tyler Linderbaum.
How old's Linderbaum?
I don't even know if Linderbaum's a tackle.
I think
Maybe.
draft. I think Lane Johnson is playing this year. But
Linderbaum's the center. Okay, disregard.
I think Lane Johnson plays this year. Yeah, he's playing this year. Need his replacement. Right, I think right now.
Just get a guy at least developing behind him for the time being.
Yes. Number 2. This one has to do a lot with Jalen Hurts in the offense. I think that they need to work on a more complex offense. They need
It's a bok choy.
a complex offense, and that's something.
I think if you don't mind me throwing my 2 cents in here on the Eagles, I think anything is better than what Kevin Patullo had last season. I am interested to see how Sean Mannion handles it because he is a former quarterback, and I feel like we've seen a lot of former quarterbacks make the jump to coaching relatively well. Davis Webb, obviously, is a recent one I can pull. But Gary Kubiak back in the day went from John Elway's backup to John Elway's OC. Once Mike Shanahan got hired, like it was. There are probably more cases than I'm thinking of right now that like I could go and pull from, but it's not uncommon that they end up doing a pretty damn good job. Like you got to think too about some recent head coaches too, like Frank Reich was a really good playoff quarterback for a number of years with those '90s Buffalo teams. I swear to God, I had another example lined up. Doug Peterson won a
Yeah,
Super Bowl. He was an Eagles backup for a time. He was a Packers backup for a time. I'm pretty sure he came off the Andy Reid tree, didn't he?
Jim Harbaugh, right?
Yeah, Harbaugh.
I
Harbaugh's highlights are kind of fun to watch. I ain't even gonna lie.
More rushing yards than Bo Jackson.
Which is a crazy stat. Ball knowledge is elite.
Yes. I think even a more complicated offense than the one they ran in 2024. They need that. They need to implement something. I think also Jalen Hurts needs to work on better pocket presence, in my opinion. That's number 2. And number 3, and I think an outside corner. No, we lost him. We lost him. No. Hello?
And
There you are.
return to me.
Oh, I lost you.
What in God's name happened?
I have no idea.
You got to where you were saying they needed to be more complex in 2024, and then it died.
Yeah, more complex than they were in 2024.
Right.
Jalen Hurts. This is with Jalen Hurts. Better pocket presence and reading the defenses better. Getting to his reads better. The last thing would be an outside cornerback because they cannot trot out a Dory Jackson and Keely Ringo and Bennett out there. Bennett's getting tossed. Hello, Fire Goddess.
Bok Choi saying that the freeze is a weekly thing, and Ender's asking what I did like he just witnessed me murder somebody.
It's so crazy, man. Like 3 weeks in a row we've had technical difficulties, but it happens.
It happens. You know what? You don't come for technical grace. You come for 2 dorks talking about football because it's something they're both very passionate about.
How about Broncos,
much
buddy?
Like a Carson Beck interception, it's not if, but when it happens.
How about
Ender Games 2026?
Sam Poyle says that's like moving the NFL to Canada.
That's what I'm saying.
If you move the NFL headquarters, I think is what he meant.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So it's
Broncos
for Denver, and I have talked about this in a couple of videos. Firstly, like I think it is well understood that, and it was said that they were gonna re-sign Singleton, or they were going to try to, and like give him a raise. I don't think you can do that if you're the Broncos front office. And I talked about this in a video, pulling up the stats, but the pass coverage stats in particular between Devin Lloyd and Alex Singleton. Alex Singleton, in it pretty much every year he's been a Bronco that he hasn't been injured, because he tore his ACL. I want to say second season he was here. He has been I mean, just a straight on liability in pass coverage. Like running backs and tight ends I don't think that man could cover a snail. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think if you had a snail just trying to run a fly route, Alex Singleton would find a way to get burnt. I love the guy, respect Alex Singleton. I just don't think he needs to be suiting up as a starter for the Denver Broncos next season, and I definitely don't think he needs to be making starting money. I think his replacement needs to be Devin Lloyd. And that's a guy, I was talking with Kodiak about this when I was collaborating with him. I was basically pounding the table that Denver needs to go get Devin Lloyd, because that is, if you want an instant jump to what has already been a really good defense, really these past 2 seasons, like, you need a guy that can help you keep that consistency, I think, in December, because that's been one nitpick that the Broncos have had, or the Broncos faithful, I should say, have had with Vance Joseph, is just how the defense kind of falls apart for some reason in December. Secondly, you do need to find something you need to find a weapon in free agency, and we've been going on about this for the past probably 2-3 years now. Whether it was trying to salvage the Russell Wilson show going into 2023 with Sean Payton, or whether it was, hey, Bo Nix needs someone to throw to. They went and got Evan Ingram. That experiment, I'd say, didn't exactly work out the way we thought it would, or the way that we, I guess, hoped it would, because I was high on Evan Ingram in the offseason. I don't know that he's necessarily the solution. I think you could go into free agency right now and grab the Evan Ingram archetype with, I think, a lot more upside in a guy in Kyle Pitts. And I don't know how I don't know what the market cap is going to be on Kyle Pitts. But I think he's a guy that would thrive in a Sean Payton offense 100%. And then, so really it's, Devin Lloyd, Kyle Pitts, I think, are my 2 priority free agents. At running back, I do think Denver's got a little bit of flexibility. I think there's some good guys coming onto the market. In free agency, specifically, Breece Hall, Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP, wearing a ring as we speak, are definitely guys that I think Denver could go out and get. Really, though, like, if I had to sum it up, like, you have to find a way in this offseason to get better at 4 positions, and that's inside linebacker. I think you got to go out and get a receiver somewhere, unless you feel really good about Troy Franklin's year 3 development, and maybe Pat Bryant's year 2, but that also kind of heals on whether or not Pat Bryant can avoid concussions,
That
or if you
wasn't
get
his
Marvin
fault,
Mims more
right?
involved. It wasn't. It's just it's a thing.
Once you get one, it's
Yeah. Well, he got 2 in the span of a month.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
And then there was running back you got to find a way to get better at, and tight end. And whether or not that, I think you can draft 2 of those positions, and then I think you can sign 2 of those positions, and then really I think rounding out depth at rounding out depth at maybe just another inside oh wow, I'm losing my words. Another interior defensive lineman, I think, rounding out a little bit of depth there, because I don't think John Franklin Myers is going to return unless I think he gets franchise tagged, or if they can figure something out. What I do know is that Denver didn't hold any extension talks with him over the course of the season, so that'll be interesting to kind of see how that shakes out when and if it does. But before we move on to the next bit of the show, if you're new to either of our channels, don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps out 2 of us smaller football creators. I just passed 400 subs, and I am really excited about that. Trent just passed 200 as well. Both of us are making our way up here. So again, if you're new, don't forget to help us out if you're enjoying what you watch. Let's keep her moving. We did have one move today, which I thought was kind of interesting. Logan Wilson got released by the Dallas Cowboys today. A guy that they traded really a bag of peanuts for at the deadline, just in an effort to make that defense better. Didn't get any snaps in week 16. He got benched for a rookie. Didn't really make the impact I think the Cowboys wanted, so he gets cut today. Is he a candidate to go somewhere to maybe try and kind of revive this stage of his career?
Video.
Gonna be a girl.
Okay. Sorry, my sister is
no, you're all good.
trolling me.
What?
She's trolling me. I did have something to say about Pitts. Sam Poyle did say that Pitts should stay in Atlanta because they can offer him more. Anyone else will just give him a prove-it contract, like Sam Darnold. What do you think?
I feel like we live in a world right now where I still feel like Atlanta would be willing to shell out a prove it deal to him as well.
A small.
I don't know how much more Atlanta's going to be willing to put up than because I would have to go, I think, check over the cap for this.
Okay.
But it's what I'm interested in is what his AAV is right now. Or it's on Sport Track, sorry. Let me go find him real quick just on the AAV.
Yes.
Like current market value. Cuz right now I might just have to go by tight end here. Bear with me for a moment.
I do know it's kind of a stupid question, but how do you get your news for NFL?
A lot of it's just Googling stuff, NFL app, the occasional glance at Twitter just to look. So right now, Kyle Pitts, his market value at the moment on Sport Track is 10.8 million, essentially. I don't know if someone's going to be willing to shell that out for a 1-year prove-it deal. I think he could find himself, especially at only 25, I think there are going to be teams that are going to be willing to see what a guy like him can do. Because, I mean, if we go pull up his
what if he goes to Kansas City?
Quick, we riot. But
like I just started thinking, I'm like, what if they grab him over Kelsey?
I don't know what Kansas City is going to do this offseason because I think they've got an arm behind their back with their cap situation right now, and I would have to go actually check over the cap for
Oh
that,
yeah,
but...
I actually did. So Mahomes is making 22% of the cap this year.
Right. So, okay, so back on to Kyle Pitts real quick because I do think it's an interesting discussion. So he's a guy with 1,000-yard season to his name. That's his rookie year in 2021. Hasn't done it since. Had it really his career year this season between Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix. 88 catches, 928 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Before he was kind of languishing in like this B-tier receiving tight end category. Just not a guy in the upper echelon. 667 and 23, 602 and 24, 7 combined touchdowns. And then this year just goes off for a lot more catches, a lot more yards, career high in catches, targets as well. And I mean career highs in success. Like I think that that's a guy that teams are going to be willing to give a multi-year contract for. Because I can tell you right now that even Kyle Pitts's couple of down years in 23-24 that he played the whole year are still markedly better than what Denver has gotten out of the tight end position since Julius Thomas or Owen Daniels were running roughshod on those Peyton Manning-led teams. 22, he was hurt for a good chunk of the year, only played 10 games, 356 yards that season as well. But I am now interested. Let me go to over the cap real quick. Because now I'm curious about where Kansas City stands.
Oh, no.
Okay, February 18th, this was reported on by Jason Fitzgerald. The Chiefs opened up $43.56 million in cap room with a restructure to Mahomes.
Oh, no. That's not good.
That's interesting. Oh boy. A couple of extensions too that I think we missed on. Cole Van Lannon from the Jags in January, Charles Cross in January. So stuff that maybe we didn't report on. So let me go to the salary cap if over the cap wants to.
Do you think it's necessary to report on every move or just the big moves?
Probably not. Really just like the teams. Like if you're a team specific guy, then yeah, sure. But where is I do not know how to navigate over the cap here, and it is fighting with me a little bit because I have no idea what I'm doing with this goddamn website. It looks like something straight out of fucking 1995. Looks like I should have booted up AOL and, you know, waited 5 years for the dial-up.
Remember that.
Cap space. Why is it? It won't show me team cap space list at all.
You want me to look it up?
I guess, or if I can. Let's see if we can figure this out here because I can find it on Spot Track. Never mind.
Oh, I'm there too.
Oh, nice. So like the Titans lead with 97 in cap space. The Raiders at 87. Chargers at 82, which is kind of surprising. And then the Jets, the Commies, the Seahawks, which is bonkers considering they're coming off a Super Bowl. That team is young right now. Average age 26 and a half. Cincy, Pittsburgh, LA, and Indianapolis round out your top 10. Indy with 34.9 in cap room.
Kansas City has negative 14.
Yeah, so even with the restructure, like Kansas City is still going to have to shed a lot of salary over the offseason to just be able to field a team next year, even with the Mahomes restructure. So it could be something that just ends up working out not as great for Kansas City. I don't think we're going to see them go out and sign anybody unless they do these voodoo contracts with crazy void years at the end like we've seen for years. It's what got the Saints into cap hell. And they're kind of trying to navigate their way out of that.
So
but go ahead.
Next year, Kansas City will have $55 million.
So I mean, they're gonna sit through probably one more rough year, unless Mahomes can, put that team on his back again.
We don't even know if he's playing.
Right, and that's the thing is Kansas City might be Mahomes-less for the first half of the year. I know he said he wants to come back for week 1, but it's a torn ACL. You can't rush your franchise quarterback back. Like, if they do that, you should be fired.
Need a backup offensive lineman. All 5 of Brown's starters are free agents.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Does anybody want to play for Cleveland?
I can go play right guard.
I'll go play...
Sign me, Cleveland. I played, like, every offensive position but center, or offensive line position but center in high school. I've lost since probably 20, 30 pounds, and I'm pretty sure it was basically all flab at that point. But who cares? I can come play right guard. It's okay.
I'd probably have better hands than Jerry Jeudy.
True. Honestly... I think you could tape a pair of Butterfingers to your hands and still have better hands than Jerry Jeudy. I am Jerry Judy's number one hater.
Understandable.
Foster, Saints, and Illinois is loaded with crooks. Moving to Indiana with my Bears. I remember when the Bears moved to Soldier Field in '71. Hope everyone is well. I'm not going to comment on the first half. That's not what we do on this show. The deal's not finalized yet, but it is very much looking like it's looking like the Bears might be moving to Indiana. Of course, again, nothing's final. They might stay in the state of Illinois, go to Arlington Heights or whatever, but it is just kind of what it is on that.
Was it something political on the first part?
Talking about Illinois.
Was it someone different?
Just saying that Illinois was loaded with crooks or something. I'm not going to touch on that.
Okay.
We're just here to talk about the sports aspect of it. That's all we're here for. I'm so old I played in the T formation. That's wild. I actually remember, and this was recent, like in 2020, 2019, 2021, the head coach we played for, I'm pretty sure... Because he was the head coach that won the only like state title that my high school has. He ran like a wishbone offense. Like, dog, I mean, we had 2 backs in the backfield side by side. Quarterback was under center. Like, that guy was calling football like it was still 1970, and he had Eric Dickerson in the backfield. You're all good, Foster. It is just not something that either of us really do on the show, on either of our channels. So
we're kind of an escape from all that. I think.
Yeah, that's.
I
go ahead.
I really just try to be an escape from politics, to be honest.
So there was something else that I wanted to touch on as well, and he was kind of I think an under the radar name for a lot of people, but Nate Scheelhaase gets promoted to the Rams OC position. He's a guy that, like Davis Webb, got multiple head coaching opportunities over the offseason. And obviously with the departure of their OC, I am blanking on his name right now, on the former OC, because it wasn't Clint Kubiak. I know that he was the Seahawks. But with the departure of their previous OC, I'm not shocked that the Rams brought somebody that was already in house, kind of like Denver did. I think Scheelhaase honestly is probably going to have and really, like, when you think about it, like, he's probably not going to be calling a lot of plays, just because, like, it is still Sean McVay. But at this point, I mean, I think he's going to learn a lot, and we might see him just be another guy that comes off of this ever-expanding Sean McVay tree. And
You mean the Mike Shanahan tree?
Small. Well, yeah, that too, but come on.
Just kidding.
Come on. There are so many coaching trees and so many trees that sprout from other coaching trees that it is just, I mean, utterly bonkers. Just the way that things ebb and flow, and the way that, we see these lineages kind of continue.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
I'm just messing with you.
Really, put me in my place there.
Yeah. Or we could call it the Dan Leach coaching tree, or we could go even further back.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm absolutely sure. New sub, appreciate you, Foster. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Foster, giving Miles a chance. Good guy.
New subscriber.
Oh, speaking of subscribers, my students found me on YouTube.
Did they actually?
Yeah, I was doing something, and my student comes up to me. It was like, "Hey, I watched your YouTube videos."
Oh boy.
Because I was talking about it. Probably in front of them, but off to the side with someone, and they looked me up.
That's funny, dog. That's great. Oh, goodness gracious.
She's like,
dude.
"You talk football, don't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all the time."
We do, in fact, talk football. Was there anything else that you wanted to cover? I know tonight was kind of meant to be a bit of an abbreviated episode. Was there anything else on your docket?
Let's see. Free agency. Do you have anybody? Did the combine start today, or is that next week?
I want to say next week. Yeah, next week. February 23rd.
Yeah, I really don't know anything about players being drafted at all.
Say, I think next week's episode, like, we can both get a little bit of studying done and just kind of see, like, the who's who at each position. I know I've wanted to do something like that once I kind of get my row of stuff, so we'll save that for next week.
Yeah. I will need help, like, just if you could steer me in the right direction. I'm a terrible researcher.
I'll try. Well, I guess next week we're doing the game show with Ender,
and so on.
and so on. So if we gotta push it until 2 weeks from now, like, that's fine with me, because we've as far as I know, we are doing the reference game show with Ender.
Yeah, we could do that. Definitely.
Which, that'll be fun. Like, you guys do not want to miss that stream. He uploaded a clip of that stream to his channel. I've got it mentioned in my description. I think Trent does as well.
Yeah.
And he's the graphics guy. He does a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So he's, I mean, just a hell of a guy.
Sorry for Lord of the Flies in the background.
What's up?
Sorry for the Lord of the Flies in the background.
Oh, it's all good. It happens.
Yeah.
I think I didn't have anything else that I really wanted to touch on. But if you did, we can go into it.
I do have to say, like, do you ever notice, like, kids are like cats? They get, like, a burst of energy out of nowhere.
They do. They do. My little brother used to quite often, just out of nowhere.
It's Foster's Covers sub tier. Ah, thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Foster's,
that's 223. 223.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna tell you, like, just real quick, like, how weird YouTube algorithms are. I come up with the video, I get 1,500 views, and I'm like, oh, cool. And then I'm like, I'm gonna put in this well thought out Tyreek Hill video, on the rise and fall of his stay in Miami.
Yeah.
Nobody watches that. And I'm like, oh, I did almost the exact same thing. I have no idea.
I've had my own fights with it because I think my last 3 have done a combined like 43 views.
It happened. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I listen. It's a push and pull game. Sometimes something catches, sometimes something doesn't. But with that being said, Trent, you got anything coming out here soon?
I'm hoping to have a Barry, Indiana video where I just talking about the Bears move. What's up, Sinbin?
It's gonna be from the sounds of it, it'll be a very good video.
Barry, and then I have 5 players that need a change of scenery, and if we're lucky, I kind of want to do a conspiracy video on the Deflategate.
Okay. Ender will appreciate that video.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not what you. It's not that. It's basically like not absolving the Patriots, but like there was a lot of stuff going on around that time that got pushed under the rug when that happened.
I gotcha. I hear ya.
Yeah. All right. Anything for you?
So tonight, here in just about an hour, 53 minutes on the dime, if you want me to get real specific, we'll be doing game night. I'm not going to reveal the game on stream, but the stream is up for, in that preview state if anyone's interested there. And then hopefully sometime next week, we'll have my Broncos season award winners, and there are polls in my channel, by the way. If you go to the community tab, go vote on who you think for each category should get the award, because we're going off of the community here. We've got Coach of the Year, Play of the Year, Offensive Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved, Offensive and Defensive Lineman of the Year, and then Team MVP. So if you're real interested there, of course, again, go check out my community tab for that sort of stuff. And then after that, and it's why my uploads have been so slow. We've really been hammering down on working on the big 2025 Broncos kind of recap video. I hope to have that out by late March is kind of the ideal time frame of that. But yeah, that's what I have got coming out on that front. Yeah. So thank you everybody for jumping into the stream. It's been awesome to see everybody in here again. Hey Sinbin, sorry I missed you by the way. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's been an awesome stream as always. Trent, of course, thank you.
Shorter video today. Sorry about that, guys.
Shorter stream. It happens, man. And it is the off season. We would have spent a good bit of time rambling otherwise. Of course, want to give a huge shout out to my crew. Obviously, Ender Games with the graphics. Always help do my whole channel revamp. Bok Choy as always for just being behind the scenes as well, helping out. Modding as always. Trent, obviously, for co-hosting with me. You guys on the other side of the screen, and my friends that I've got here that live just about 10 minutes away. Thank you, everybody, for coming out, and we will see you in the next stream. I have been Miles. Who's that over there?
Trent, hello. Gotta go do wedding planning stuff after this.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend.
I will anxiously await my wedding invite.
You will get one. All right, guys. Yeah. See you later.
Have a wonderful night. I will hopefully see you guys in an hour for game